One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Georgia comes quickly to the line.
You see it so much in college football where they motion the running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They get to him as he throws. Got his man to the left. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. He can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line. You've got to be really smart with this football.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Using his legs, it's Bowie. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games, and that's why coming in...
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Rushes on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
And there's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, no! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Lost a throw on first down. He's taking the shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Dances away to buy time. He goes out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18. Georgia going up tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Tate. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Running to Green. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out and goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field.
Oh, trickeration. He's throwing it. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got it. Ripping through the defense. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Give to the running back. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. From the gun, the running back has it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Trying to do it on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
A lot of people in the stadium were questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game? But the gamble paid off.
And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Much much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The running back has it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it downfield. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. The Dogs will hustle to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. A cacophony of noise. Debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's throwing interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This is a designed run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The defense defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red. The Snake scores it!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Yeah, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll bring it back. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lets it fly. On target to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses from Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
And that's why defenses practice pursuit drills, right? All week long. Pursue, pursue, pursue. The play's never dead. You don't know what ball carriers are going to do. Sometimes they pirouette, they spin out, they try to reverse field, thinking they can be Superman and make a bunch of different guys miss. Not that time, though. Look at the defense and the speed they have. They never give up on the play, and they create a huge loss for this offense.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the...
Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
On the ground, it's Bowie. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Turning it on. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you could tell he made them pay with a big gain down the field.
Moving away from pressure. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Throws to the back. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, we've seen in recent years the evolution of the tight end position, right? You think about Brock Bowers at Georgia or Tyler Warren at Penn State. How about this guy getting involved in the option play? He's the pitch man. No one accounting for him. He's got the athleticism to not just catch touchdown passes or block for other people. Getting involved in the running game here on the option pitch for a score as well. Unbelievable job.
On the run from inside his own. Oh, what vision. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the lone running back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say,
wide open on the right. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Toledo. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Crosses to 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
and you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Wide receiver going in motion. Calls his own number. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to
sneaks into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is good. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll try the run. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14. Georgia going up tempo.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Goes to the option. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Here's the pressure. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Hits the seam wide open. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
And, man, this quarterback's got so much magic. He can scramble outside the pocket. Defense has got to cover all these different things, but continue to play aggressive, hunt him, chase him down, put a stick on him. That's what happens. Quarterbacks will cough it up.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on. They want this clock to move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game.
Looking for a deep man. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's